back again. I'm going to do something I don't usually do. Let's talk about celebrity deaths. Again, I don't really do that. I think we put too much emphasis on it, but I mean, I didn't even do it for Ralph Stanley, and you know, he's been a great. I spent some time trying to learn to play like him. But yeah, this one, the message I think is strong enough that it warrants a little something extra. The passing today of Coach Pat Summitt. And part of this is a little pet thing of mine. My late grandmother had dementia, so I understand the hardships that come from it, whether financially, emotionally, and everything else. To be honest, that's part of the reason why the barns and buildings around the farms are falling down. That coupled with her brother's alcoholism for many decades, things, and you know, because of that, his actions and her health issues, we can't, it got to the point we can't afford to fix it. And I know the luck with crowdfunding and crap, but that's a different story. If enough people are interested, I'll go into full detail. But as you probably have heard, she passed away, had Alzheimer's. If you don't know who she is, you should look her up. As far as coaches go, she was like top notch. I mean, from what I understand, when she was a player, she was forced to be reckoned with, and it kind of transferred over into her coaching. I think she's one of the few people to win an Olympic medal as a coach and a player. Number one wins, or one of the highest winning coaches ever. I think she maintained, for all the decades she coached, I think she maintained 100% graduation rate, which is unheard of. As far as discipline goes, when UT was being hit by, whether it be the NCAA scandals that took down Bruce Pearl, or just the player issues that both the men's and basketball and the football teams have had. There are many jokes about Philip Fulmer having to, have practices at the jail. She never had those issues. She taught right from wrong. She taught her players to give everything they had into everything they do. And there are stories, if she walked by practice and she saw you there and you weren't putting everything into it, she'd take over the rest of the practice, and try to teach you right from wrong. There are actual stories of that. And the other coaches let her because she was doing stuff right. Here was someone who put everything she had into everything she did, and encouraged every single person that she met with to do the same. She told you to be honest. She told you to be, true, to not do things that are wrong. Which is a lot of what's lacking in the world, I think. We could learn so much by listening to her. And as great as that legacy is, as great as the legacy is of all the people that she's guided and been a role model to, a positive role model, not just for women, but for guys too. In a world of, drunk, inebriated promiscuity and lying, backstabbing, stealing, and everything else, right there she served as a moral compass and still can in her memory, her legacy. But another legacy that she can contribute is, and while I'll be the first to say my sympathies to her friends and family, but and I wouldn't wish Alzheimer's, dementia, or anything like that on anyone. But I would like to think her greater legacy will be her name being an image attached to Alzheimer's, so that maybe, just maybe, the attention they bring to it will put it on the map of the entire world. Because I've seen the reports. I remember when the reports of her having it came out, We Back Pat became, trended the world over. And I've seen news reports of her passing in the UK. So I know this is getting around the world. So she had a world influence. Maybe, just maybe, the world will start looking for an answer on how to get rid of Alzheimer's and dementia. And maybe, just maybe, this will open the doors to fixing other degenerative neurological disorders, diseases, whatever you call them. Like I said, look her up. You won't be disappointed. Definitely someone to look up to, a great role model. Heck, if you have kids, introduce them to her. There's a lot to learn from her, that's for sure. Again, my sympathies to her friends and family. But, like I said, I don't know what to say. I don't do stuff like this very often. I'm not good with the sentimental stuff, but I think what the message you can get from her is good enough, great enough, that it warrants some type of statement. To encourage all 5 people that will see this video to look into her, to try and learn from her, try to emulate her. Anyway, I've about made it to the house. I'll leave you be. That's just a few things to think about. Have a good one.